Let's bring in Victor Cook, Emergency Management Director for Howell Township in New Jersey. Thank you, sir, for being with us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You know, I hear about this happening. There's some heightened concern, but is it true residents are also being told the risks are very low?
The risks are very low right now that the EPA has been on site testing and assessing the chemicals that have been left behind by the former company.
I have to say, I feel for authorities. I feel for people like you who have to deal with some of these issues, because we see this on the news. We've seen what looks like a repeat of what happened in other small towns. But then you have to wonder, is part of this just damage control because you don't want people to be hurt, but you're not really quite sure how challenging it could be? I mean, you're kind of in a difficult place. People watch things on the news and think, oh, this is happening in our town too, when it might be a totally different situation.
Well, in my position as emergency management director, I have to keep the residents aware of what's going on in the township. Again, when we identified this property, we were proactive in the township by putting out that evacuation plan, just in case the need arises that people need to evacuate. Again, that happens in any disaster, any emergency. There could be a tornado, a hurricane, any type of emergency. Residents should be aware of how to evacuate, and they should have like a go bag ready in their house to get out. I mean, you know, that's why we're being proactive in doing this type of evacuation plan, to make the residents aware that this is going on and we might have to evacuate the residents if potential chemical release or fire should happen.
Okay, and do you know how many people would be affected at this point? Like, how large is your radius?
Well, the radius right now, initial evacuation would be a half a mile. Again, up until a mile. So it all depends what's burning or what was released, but the initial evacuation is for a half-mile radius of the area that borders Howell and Farmingdale.
So are we talking hundreds of people, thousands of people?
Well, let's see, if it's at night, we're talking a couple of thousand people. If it's during the day, we have 3 schools that we need to be concerned with, and they hold about 4,000, between faculty and students, about 4,000 people.
Okay, that puts things in perspective. In terms of these chemicals and why they were at the plant so long and why they're a danger now, do we have any more information about that and how we got to this point?
Well, there was a fire on that site on February 9th, and we were made aware at that time of the potential, again, the potential problem on that site with the old barrels and chemicals that were left behind by the former company. When we saw those chemicals and we seen that what was going on site, we took immediate action in notifying the county health department as well as the DEP, who then in turn called the EPA. So we got on this quite quickly when we observed what was going on that site.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.